Now this launcher has been out for a good amount of time now. It's been floating around the internet. What the heck was that? Hey, what's good guys? It's Zach. Hope you all are doing well. You guys asked for this, so here it is. This is my review of the lawn chair launcher. We're gonna go through it together, see all of the cool things that it can do. And yeah, for those of you that don't know, in my previous video, I showed off the lawn chair launcher a little bit, and I asked you guys if you wanted a full review on it, and a lot of you guys said yes. So links to everything will be down below in the description. It's a fairly young launcher, I'll put it that way. It's not necessarily new, but it's not old either. It's been floating around there on the internet for some time now, but it just made its way onto the It's just now getting onto the Play Store. It is on early access, so it's not necessarily 100% ready just yet. It's still kind of in beta, but you can still download it. You can try it out, and we're gonna do that right here, right now. I'm gonna use my Galaxy Note 8, and if everything works out, I should have my screen right here next to me. So yeah, let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and started. Let's go. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's hop into the Play Store. For those of you that are wondering, this wallpaper did come from Backdrops. Gotta love Backdrops. All right. So here is the lawn chair launcher. As you can see right there, it says unreleased, and below that it says this app is in development. It may be unstable. So just make sure you keep that in mind. So let's install this application. All right, we are ready to go. Let's hit the home button and let's go to the lawn chair launcher. All right, so pretty basic, pretty straightforward here. You can swipe up from the bottom to get to your app drawer. You can see that little bounce animation that we get on the latest Pixel. That is a nice touch, but everything that we're gonna be taking a look at is in the settings. So let's go ahead and jump into the settings, long press. Of course, we can get to our wallpapers and widgets, but let's look at the settings. So here in the settings, we've got a lot of menus here, but if we look at the top, we've got desktop. You can customize your desktop, obviously. So at the top there, you can customize your icon pack. This is where you can choose which icon pack you want to use. This is what I've got going on here on my Note 8. Let's try quantum dots. It's been a little while since we've tried that one. And you can see right below that we have some toggles here. You've got use white Google icon, enable screen rotation if you're into that kind of thing. You can choose to hide the top search bar, and you can also use this one here, which is the wide search bar. Go ahead and check that one out. This is the regular Google search bar. Go back into the settings here. Below that, you can also choose to show the Google Assistant button, which is pretty cool. So if you wanted to show that off, you got that up there in the search bar as well. That's a nice touch. I like that. Let's see. Below that, we have hide icon labels on the home screen. I know a lot of you guys, including myself, like to do that. So let's go ahead and toggle that. You can choose the color of the icon labels, which is nice, but of course we disabled that. And then right here is where we can choose pretty much the grid size of the desktop. You can choose the number of columns and the number of rows as well. And below that, you can also choose the icon scale to, set how large the icons are, and then the icon text scale as well. And right below that, we have padding for widgets. If you guys know what padding is, it's a pretty common thing on Nova Launcher if you want the widget to actually take up the entire space of what, it's kind of hard to explain. I guess I'll go ahead and just show you guys. So I'm going to enable this. We're going to jump back to the home screen. We're going to get a widget here. All right, what the heck is that? Let's get to a widget, please. There we go. And let's do month calendar widget. I think that's a good idea there. All right, so again, we enabled that toggle right there. And as you can see here, if I go to resize it, it takes up pretty much every ounce of space that it possibly can on the home screen. But if I go back into the settings, let's do that real quick and disable that. Facebook is stopping. All right, as you can see, it doesn't take up as much space. It's got some padding so that there will be some space in between this and maybe a widget that it's on top of or next to. You guys get the drift. So I'll go ahead and toss that away. So that's what that is. And our last couple things here, we've got center wallpaper when there's only one. Okay, that means page. Okay, so there's that. And then you also have notification badges and preview. So if you want to toggle that, you can. Let's jump into the next menu here. This is for the dock. You can choose for the dock to kind of rip some colors from the wallpaper so that it kind of matches. That's a nice touch. You can also choose a transparent dock. You can completely get rid of the dock. You can show the arrow, which is the swipe indicator to get to your app drawer. And then you also have page indicator. A lot of people like to turn that off. You can choose how many icons will fit in the dock. That is cool. You can choose pixels up to 9, and then you can choose the icon scale and the height scale as well. So there is that. Let's jump into the app drawer. We have a good amount of things that we can change in here, so we can change the grid size as well. You can display as a vertical list if you guys want to see that. We can go ahead and do that. So it'll display as a list as opposed to all of the icons scattered across the app drawer. I prefer that way though. This toggle right here will enable the round apps search bar. So as you can see there, now it's rounded. It's like the same exact shape as the Google search bar, which is a nice touch, so that it's not that just basic flat looking search. I'll go ahead and show you guys that I mean, it's kind of boring. I'm not a big fan of that. I actually like the look of that search bar because it resembles the Google search bar. So I'll go ahead and do that one. Take one more look at it in case you guys missed it. There you go. Let me know which one you guys like better. All right, let's jump back into the app drawer here. You can choose the transparency of the app drawer. You can hide icon labels in there as well, or use a custom label color. You got icon scale, icon text scale, and then icon padding scale right below that. You also have icon labels in 2 lines. So if you have an application that has 2 words in its name, you can either have it like this, or you can have it stacked on top of each other like that. And you also have the spring effect, which is that bounce effect we took a look at earlier. Let's go ahead and jump into the themes. All right, so you guys will like this. Now you can change the icon shape. So we have a bunch of different selections here. You've got square, rounded square, squircle, circle, and teardrop. So if you guys remember in beta versions of the Pixel Launcher, these options were there. So if you wanted to do the teardrop, you can do that. But what happens is you have to enable the default icon pack. So, all right, so basically what this does is it will apply that theme to unthemed icons. So for example, the Play Store, I have no icon pack enabled, so it is just going to be the regular icon. So as you can see right there at the bottom, the teardrop is there. On Chrome, it's there, Gmail and Google. So it's there. It's not going to be on every single application, but it's a nice thing to try out. So there's that. And let me go back into the settings here, toss me back to the home screen. All right, now you also have the animated clock icon. So if you go into the app drawer or you have it on your home screen, you can actually see the hands moving on the clock application. That is cool. Next up, we have the option to extract an accent color from the wallpaper. And below that, we also have different themes. So we have the light theme, which is enabled right now. Then there's the dark theme, which I'm sure you guys have seen before. And then we have a completely black theme, which looks excellent on AMOLED displays. So there's that. And I do like the light theme for now though, and you can also choose where that theme will be applied to specifically, whether it be the search bar, folders, all that stuff. You can choose individually which ones you want it to be applied on, which is cool. We've got flat style pop-up, and right below that we have something that I think you guys will really like, and that's the enable blur option. So as you can see here, it says apply blur effect to parts of the interface not compatible with live wallpaper. So we're using a static wallpaper, so let's apply this, and we can adjust the blur radius, for example, like that. Now let's just leave it right here, just for example, and you can choose where the blur will be applied to. So let's try folder and dock and app drawer, why not? So let's jump back to the home screen. As you can see there, it is blurred out a little bit. And for this one, I will have to change something in the app drawer. So if I go back to the app drawer and do this, for example, then you guys will see what it is. So as you can see there, not only is it partially transparent, but you can also see that blurred effect. So it looks really nice. It's like a frosted glass effect. It's pretty cool. So let's adjust this just a little bit more. Let's do this, and then over here on the app drawer, we'll do that. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that looks really cool. I like that. So along with some more adjustment, we can make that look even cooler, but you guys get the idea. It's a really nice touch. So there's that. And then we also have enable weather. So the weather will be visible on the widget up top, the Google search pill. So there's that, which is nice. And yeah, you can also choose your weather provider. There are 2 different settings right there. And yeah, go crazy with that one, guys. And then right below that, we have behavior. Got a lot of stuff going on here, don't we? All right, so with this is basically what happens when you do certain things. So when you pinch on the home screen, it'll go ahead and give you this view right here of all of your home screens. Of course, I only have one right now, so that's cool. There's that. And then the pull down action, you can choose what that does. You can open up a search. You can open up an application search. You can choose for it to do nothing, or of course, which is the more obvious thing, is to pull down for notifications, as you can see there. All right, let's jump back into that. All right, you can also choose a light status bar. I'll go ahead and show you guys this. I found this pretty interesting. You can't really see it right now, but this is basically for if you have a really bright wallpaper. This allows you to darken the toggles at the top, so that is cool. And then you've got save scroll position in the app drawer. So for example, if I were to toggle that on and I go here, then I, do some other stuff, then open it back up, it'll jump right back to where I was the last time I was in the app drawer. So that's pretty cool. It's the little things that really make this a very nice experience. So there's that. And then the home button opens up the app drawer. So when you're already on the home screen, you can hit the home button and it'll go to the app drawer, which is cool. You have a couple of different ways to enable that. And as you can see right there at the bottom, it says show Google Now page. You will need the lawn feed add-on in order to enable that. So that's the behavior side of things. All right, so we are closing things out here. We do have the backup option. From here, you can export your setup if you wanted to save it to Google Drive or something like that. So just in case something happens to your phone, you can then import it and get all of your stuff back. This also means that you can share your setup with other people, just like you can with Nova Launcher, which is cool. So people can get your setup on their phone. Below that, we also have the debug option. So if the launcher is kind of acting up on you, then you can go ahead and restart the launcher. And then you can also rebuild the icon database. And then below that, we also have the about section, so you can get all of that good stuff. But that's pretty much it. I would definitely recommend this launcher to you guys. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air. We've got a ton of awesome launchers out there, but this one, it is free, and it is really nice to have. And it's one of the best free launchers out there. So I would definitely recommend that you guys try it out. Of course, again, it is still in beta, so it's not going to be perfect. And I'm pretty sure there are going to be a bunch of other things added to this launcher as we move forward. But I like what it has to offer so far, and I think you guys will too. So that pretty much does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But that does it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.